and welcome to our channel. My name is Dmitry and I'm a part of the Exactpro research team. At Exactpro, we build software to test software. Check out our website if you want to learn more about us. And remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to stay up to date with our videos. We are continuing our series for people preparing for the ISTQB exam. Today, we are going to talk about Chapter 6, titled Tool Support for Testing. If you missed the previous videos, you can find the links in the description below. Let's begin. Test tools can be used to support testing activities. We need them because they significantly improve the efficiency of test activities by automating repetitive tasks, tasks that require considerable resources or cannot be executed manually. They also support manual testing activities, enhancing efficiency. In addition to that, they ensure a more consistent and reliable testing and a higher level of defect reproducibility. There are a lot of ways one can categorize testing tools. In this video, we are going to classify them according to the activities that they support. Some tools support only one activity, and some can tackle different tasks. Tools from a single provider, especially those that have been designed to work together, may be offered as an integrated suite. Keep in mind that there are types of test tools that can be intrusive, which means that they may affect the actual outcome of a test. It is similar to the observer effect, which states that the mere observation of a phenomenon inevitably changes it. For example, the actual response times for an application may be different due to the extra instructions that are executed by a performance testing tool. Here we call it the probe effect. Let's review the test tool classification. Test management tools may apply to any test activities over the entire software development lifecycle. These tools can support management of tests, application lifecycles, requirements, defects, configurations, and integrations. These applications help us create test cases and combine them into scripts that will be executed when testing functionalities. Of course, they demand additional effort when implementing, but it pays off because you get to reuse the scripts. Also, the reporting process becomes much simpler. Test management tools often need to interface with other tools or spreadsheets to produce useful information in a format that meets the needs of the organization. This is necessary to maintain the consistent requirement traceability or to link with the test object version information. Test design and implementation tools aid in the creation of maintainable work products during the test design and implementation phases. Examples of such tools include the model-based testing tools and the test data preparation tools. The tools from this classification group can help us generate input data for coverage measurements. We give this tool a field format and it returns us accepted and rejected cases. This group also includes the test tools that help us decrease the amount of test cases needed to achieve the required coverage. Test execution and logging tools deal with test runs, coverage, and test harness implementation. An example of that would be ClearTH, a unique Exactpro tool able to simultaneously execute multiple end-to-end test scenarios in batches. It easily detects abnormal behavior and effectively predicts potential issues of post-trade systems. Static testing tools benefit the processes of code inspection. They are a part of an integrated development environment, or IDE, checking for the correct syntax, unused code, and other problems. More on that in our video about the Chapter 3 of this series. Performance measurement and dynamic analysis tools are essential in supporting performance and load testing activities, as these activities cannot effectively be run manually. We had more on that in the video discussing the Chapter 2 of the ISTQB syllabus. Specialized testing tools help to automate testing of a particular functional or non-functional characteristic. Test execution tools operate using automated scripts. Let's look at some of the practical scenarios of how automation is done. Capture test approach is done by recording the actions of a user. It is relatively simple and works great for smaller tasks. A captured script becomes a linear representation with specific data and actions. This approach is often used for UI testing and is implemented as a part of regression testing strategy. Unfortunately, this approach is very change sensitive, as every system alteration requires the recapture of actions in a new script. Data-driven test approach separates the test inputs and the expected results, usually in spreadsheets, and uses a more generic test script that can read the input and execute the same test script with different data. For example, you want to use the boundary value analysis to check the shares purchased order field. You input 0, and the system declines your request. The same with the -1 value. Then you input 1000, and the system has to accept it. The actions don't change, just the data we use. And keyword-driven test approach. In this test approach, a generic script has keywords related to whatever application is under test. The keywords describe the sets of actions that need to be taken to execute the specific steps in testing. For example, our own ClearTH and Sailfish tools use it to execute the sequences of actions to check the functionalities under test. The aforementioned approaches require someone to have the expertise in the scripting language. But regardless of their knowledge and the scripting technique used, the expected results for each test need to be compared to the actual ones, either dynamically or post-execution. This concludes our today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. In the next one, we will finish the Chapter 6 of the ISTQB Foundation Level Syllabus. Meanwhile, we have tons of interesting content for you on our channel, so feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button to be the first to see the new videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.